Hello everyone, very good evening. So this is a MacBook Air 2018-19 which came in dead, A1932 model Logicboard. So let's see how much power it is drawing. On one port it's taking 5 volts and 400 milliamps, 440 milliamps. This is on one port. Let's check this second port. Nothing on the second port. So let's check it under the microscope. Do you find anything specific damage or anything? So now the board is under the microscope. I have found the issue in less than a second. Let me just show you what I have found. Can you see that? Holes on the chip, blown sign. Yes, blown chip. Can you see that? Now that's the USB-C port controller. One port controller is shorted. There is a short circuit on one port controller. You can see it's visible here also. Without the microscope you can see the hole on the chip. So this port was taking 5 volts. This was taking 0. This is taking 0, this port, because this port is directly associated to this chip and this port is directly associated to this chip. So this chip is perfectly fine. These both are the same ones. This chip is perfectly fine, but why is it taking only 5 volts instead of 20? That is because these two chips are interlinked to each other. One of the chip dies, the second chip also stops working. That means if you have one port which is not pulling proper power, the second port also will not properly pull power. There is a damage on this chip here. That is the reason why there is completely 0 on this port, but there is 5 volts on this port. If it's a 2-port model, both the ports will not work, even if one port isn't working. If it's 4-port model, 4 ports will not work even if one port controller is damaged. So what we'll do, let's just take off this chip and see is there any damage to the logic board which is caused by this burnt mark here. So the chip is off. You can see this is the chip which I have taken out and this is the pads. Let's just check under a microscope what is the condition. Oh, there's corrosion under the chip. So that corrosion under the chip caused the chip to glue. If you can see the corroded 2 pins. So most probably that is the reason for this particular chip to glow. So let me go ahead and replace this chip. I have these chips ready. I need to reball and put them back on the board. So I will reball and put the chip back on the board. I'll clean the pads. So the chip replacement is done. We have replaced the chip. So now let's test to how much volts and how much amperage it's taking now. So earlier the bottom port was taking nothing, it was 0, it was blank completely. Now 5 volts, 200 milliamps. Wow, 20 volts. Nice. It will be stuck at 400. Oh wow, 400 milliamps. So it is coming back to 100, 200 milliamps because there is no keyboard, trackpad, nothing is connected. So now the bottom port was blank. It wasn't taking anything. So now it's taking proper amperage. It's taking 20 volts at 100, 115 milliamps. So this is the bottom port. Let's test the top port. It's connected. 5 volts, 200 milliamps. Wow, 20 volts. This board is fixed. So now let's put this board back into the casing and see whether it's going to start or what is it going to. 20 volts Win. So yes, MacBook assembly is done. So these are USB-C ammeter. Let's plug it. 5 volts 200 milliamps, 17 volts 20 volts 400 milliamps. It will go 1 amp plus because the battery is connected. The battery also will charge now. It's 900 milliamps. Oh, we have an Apple logo. Great. Let's see whether it boots till the home screen or not. Keyboard backlight is on. Graphic switching is done. MacBook fixed. So this is one port. Let's check on the other port. So MacBook is still on. That means the battery, it's working over the battery. 20 volts 800 milliamps, 900, 920, 1 amp plus. Now it's hitting 1 amp. Crazy. MacBook fixed. A1932 2018-19 USB-C MacBook Air fixed. Until next time, see you again.